Two people are captured after a manhunt this afternoon in the capital city. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jem Reek.
And I'm Shayla Ramin. Thanks so much for joining us. KOMU8's Genevieve Rayome is live in Jefferson City with the very latest.
I'm here at the scene of a manhunt that happened right outside of Jefferson City. Now I'm standing in the middle of this dead end you can see behind me, and right here about an hour or so ago there were a bunch of police cars lined up, including a K9 unit. Now from above I saw them take out a vehicle by a tow truck, and then we talked to the sheriff, and he told us that two people were arrested earlier today, and now the case is turned over to the DEA. That's all we know so far, but when we find out more information, we will continue to keep you updated. Reporting live from right outside of Jefferson City, Genevieve Rayome, KOMU8 News.
Two Texans are behind bars in Morgan County after deputies say they were plotting to hire someone to murder a family member. Deputies say Nicholas Hartman and Patience Giersdorf tried to hire someone to kill Christopher LeClaire Jr. with an undercover deputy after LeClaire inherited land in Morgan County. Deputies say the two offered the undercover detective jewelry, a silver coin, a car, motor, and $10,000. Morgan County's chief deputy says he can't remember seeing anything like this in a quiet rural county.
I can't remember another time where we've actually arrested somebody on a murder for hire case. So I've been here for 20 years, so I can't remember one.
The two were taken into custody and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Bond for each is $500,000. Boone County has a new 911 communications director. Today was Scott Shelton's first day on the job.
Shelton sat down for an exclusive interview. KOMU8's Michael Dowden is in the studio with Shelton's plan on what the position means to him.
Thanks, guys. The 911 position matches two different loves for Scott Shelton. First, his hometown, and also his love of public safety. Shelton grew up in Columbia and graduated from Columbia College, and his first professional job was as a police officer at MU, where he worked for more than 2 decades. After stints as a police chief at UMKC and East Carolina University, Shelton is back hoping to serve his hometown.
Well, it's something I'm very much looking forward to, but at the same time, it's kind of scary.
That's what Scott Shelton had to say on his first day on the job and the challenges he faces. Shelton believes he has the skills to help out his hometown.
I bring the ability to help bring an organization together, to move it forward, and to become the best it can be.
Which is a good thing, because recently Boone County and Columbia combined their joint operations into one. And the new team isn't the only transition Shelton will have to deal with, as operations will move to new digs next year.
But we'll be doing that throughout this whole year. We'll be looking at it and thinking about it. So when the day comes when we actually make the move, that nobody's surprised.
Another issue facing Shelton is a short-handed police force. This causes times where there are more emergency calls than officers, causing a backlog of emergencies and forcing officials to prioritize them.
And so we know what the problems are, we know what the issues are, and we can stay ahead of the curve rather than get behind and have some catastrophic occur.
Catastrophes like the death of firefighter Bruce Britt, where reports cited communication issues between dispatchers and crews on the ground.
How could we have done this better? We see this report. Is there anything else we can do? So I think it's a matter of communications and working together as teams.
Columbia police often say they're short-handed.
And that's true. In fact, just last month, the Columbia Police Association said they were 50 police officers short, and that's after the mayor just a couple months ago said they were 30 to 40% understaffed.
All right, Michael, thanks.
Thank you.
Are you looking into running your own business? It turns out the Show Me State is a great option. For the fifth straight year, Missouri is a top 10 pro-business state. KOMU8's Phil Bergman is here to tell us more.
Being a pro-business state means the state has done a good job retaining and creating jobs and sustaining the middle class. The top 10 ranking shows Missouri is a place where there is opportunity for growth and economic prosperity. According to Regional and Economic Development, Inc., this news is good for Columbia. Over the past few months, several businesses opened in the area. I talked to 2 of these owners today, and they both expect opportunities available for business.
So, it's just sort of where we're all from and where we all want to live, because it's a cool little town. And, if we're going to open a business, want to do it at home.
The economy here is one in which isn't so susceptible to the kind of macroeconomic trends because of the university, and anytime you're in a city that grows at the rate that Columbia is growing, the economy is going to be a good one.
Now, if you look, you can see the number of new business licenses given in Columbia since 2012 has risen each year from 234 to 257 to 269. Already 237 licenses have been issued for 2015. The license year runs until June 30th, so there's a very good chance Columbia will pass the 269 mark set last year.
A conference at Battle High School this morning brought nearly 1,000 Missouri educators together to discuss careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. Project Lead the Way is a national organization that trains teachers on how to integrate STEM learning in the classroom. Project Lead the Way predicts there will be more than 100,000 STEM jobs available in Missouri by 2018. To fill that demand, the organization works with schools nationwide, including about 300 in Missouri, to educate students early. There's also a push to reach more females and minorities. The STEM specialist at Benton Elementary says early education can be the key to engaging students in STEM learning.
For a lot of kids, by the time they've reached middle or high school, the engagement level or their desire to enter those fields has dropped off. So the kind of hope is, starting at the elementary level, that their excitement for engineering and science concepts will start there and kind of continue on.
The conference was organized by the Missouri University of Science and Technology.
Oregon's governor resigns after an ethics scandal, and the FBI is getting involved in that North Carolina shooting. KOMU 8's Brianna Stubler has those stories and more in today's First Nation Report.
Oregon Governor John Kitsaber announced today he's resigning from office following an ethics scandal. Kitsaber is currently under criminal investigation after ethics questions and potential conflicts of interest surfaced involving his fiance's work at the governor's office. Officials say Governor Kitsaber will be replaced by Oregon Secretary of State Kate Brown. The FBI announced it's looking into whether any federal laws were violated in the murder of 3 Muslim students in North Carolina earlier this week. Police arrested Craig Hicks following the shootings. According to his wife, the killings were related to ongoing parking problems at the condominium, but the father of the 2 sisters killed says he's certain they were killed because they're Muslims. Federal investigators say they've not ruled out the possibility of charging Hicks with hate crimes. The future of the Keystone Oil Pipeline legislation now rests with President Obama. House Speaker John Boehner formally approved the bill at a signing ceremony today. It now goes to President Obama's desk, where he's threatened in the past he would veto the bill. The Obama administration argues Congress has short-circuited the process by getting involved with legislation, and they claim the economic benefits to America are minimal. But backers say the pipeline would lead to construction jobs.
So, to the President, I would just say this. Do the right thing. Sign this bill and help us create more jobs in America and create a healthier economy.
If President Obama would veto the bill, it would be his first under the Republican-controlled Congress. Commuters along the Florida Turnpike in Boca Raton had a scary moment today when a car exploded on the side of the road. A passenger in a delivery truck shot this incredible video, showing an impaired driver swerving into a parked truck. The truck then burst into flames. According to a Florida Highway Patrol spokesperson, none of the 3 people inside the truck were injured. If you're not enrolled in a health care plan, the window to sign up without penalty is closing soon. The last day to sign up through the government website healthcare.gov is this Sunday. The Affordable Care Act requires all Americans to have health care or face a penalty. After the deadline, people without health care could face a fine of at least $325 per person. Obama administration officials say traffic to the healthcare.gov website is up 58% from last week. And that's your first look around the nation. Now here's a look at what's happening around the world.
A demonstration to honor Kayla Mueller, the American woman killed by ISIS militants, ended in violence today. Palestinian activists battled Israeli troops. Activists say Mueller fought for Palestinian rights in the West Bank and in Jerusalem in 2010. Demonstrations in the West Bank continued today despite Israeli troops firing tear gas at the protesters. Pope Francis is meeting with a group of cardinals today to work on reform within the church. He is preparing to elevate 20 bishops of the Roman Catholic Church to cardinal in a ceremony at the Vatican tomorrow. The Pope is expanding the diversity of church hierarchy by naming 8 cardinals from places that have never had a cardinal before. They include Thailand, Vietnam, and Myanmar. And today marks the 70-year anniversary since the bombing of Dresden. American and British forces bombed the German city during World War II. Tens of thousands of people were killed during the shelling. The memorial service was held at the Church of Our Lady.
Well, it warmed up briefly today, but cold and snow is on the way. Let's send it over to Cindy Jackson for the weather.
Yes, we do have some snow on the way for this weekend, but let's go ahead and take a look at our radar. Currently saw quite a bit of sunshine out there. Skies are pretty clear. We're going to get a little bit of cloud cover this evening, but overall pretty clear out there and also pretty comfortable right now. It's 43 in Columbia, 46 down in Jefferson City, 34 over in Mexico and Moberly, and 36 in Boonville. So definitely very comfortable out there this evening. Overnight tonight, we're going to cool down just a little bit, right around 26 degrees with partly cloudy skies. We'll have a light wind coming from the west, 5 to 10 miles an hour, but overall we'll be a little warmer this evening, and we do have some snow on the way for your Saturday and Sunday, and I'll give you your update on that coming up in just a little bit.
Sydney, thanks. Everyone knows smoking is bad for you. A new study shows it may be even more dangerous.
Plus, a new case of mad cow disease has been confirmed. That's later in the show.
And you're looking live over the Columbia Regional Airport on this Friday afternoon. It's 5:10. This is KOMU 8 News, first at 5. Coverage you can count on.